Az is surprised by the woman's honesty.
She's going to get the cost price for some of the goods, which, as an EU traveller, is not permitted. Just you can't receive any payment.
I don't want
Do you know?
No one's got...
In Manchester, an early morning flight from Paphos has just touched down. It's within the EU, so passengers are entitled to bring back as much tobacco as they like, as long as they aren't receiving any money.
I see you got some cigarettes there.
Yeah.
Who are they for?
Well, for me...
Yeah.
And my brother-in-laws who smoke the tobacco.
All right. Are they just giving you the price that you paid for over there?
Az is surprised by the woman's honesty.
She's already explained to me that she's going to get the cost price for some of the goods, which, as an EU traveller, is not permitted because those who aren't travelling aren't entitled to that privilege.
Az gives her another chance to explain.
Can you identify what you're actually giving away to your friend, family?
Well, yeah, obvious.
Is it just the gold leaf yours? Are you giving any of the tobacco away to anybody?
No, I'm going to start out on my own.
Have you ever rolled your own?
No.
So
I can buy machines.
you can?
I will give presents away as them, if that's okay.
Are you saying to me that once you finish your cigarettes, you're going to start rolling?
No, I'll give them as presents. Yeah, I'll take them off.
No, I'm not going to take them off. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying to me.
The woman now says she'll give away the tobacco as presents, which is fine, but she's still making things difficult.
Is this all your luggage?
Yeah.
Did you pack everything yourself?
Yeah.
Do you understand what you can and can't bring into the country? Like,
yeah.
You can't bring any controlled drugs like indecent, obscene material,
no, well,
firearms.
I'll tell you, hurry up, just
yeah? Do you understand you can't bring them into the country?
No, I've got 10 guns in there, 14
okay, now. I hope you haven't.
You can take them,
okay.
I'm not really...
Right, well, I don't want to take them off you, okay?
Az tries again to help the woman keep her tobacco.
But what I need you to understand is that when you bring goods in for somebody else, I asked you a question. The question was, are you just getting the cost price for the goods?
Yeah.
And you said, yeah, right, which is nice, and it's nice to be straightforward about it. However, are you listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they're not travelling with you, you can't receive any payment for the goods.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
well,
if money is exchanged for these goods, that's not permitted.
I'm not selling them.
I know, but you're getting the cost price for the goods, aren't you?
No.
That's what you just said.
I didn't. I said they're for presents.
Right. I asked you a question. I know what you said. You need to remember you can only bring in tobacco for yourselves. Giving them away as gifts is not a problem. However, if you're getting cost price that you paid over there, that's not permitted.
Well, if I would have brought a lot more than that, wouldn't
well, I don't know that. Just remember, you can't receive any. You can't receive any payment.
I don't want.
Do you know?
No one's got any money to pay me.
Finally, the message appears to have sunk in.
Quickest way out, straight down there, to the right, and then left. I asked her if she was receiving any payment for the goods. And she says, yes, she'll be receiving the cost price. She was a bit nervous, perhaps, coming back after such a long flight. Gave her the benefit of the doubt, because after a while she did change her story. She seemed happy by my decision. Hopefully she'll remember not to bring in goods for other people who aren't travelling with her.
At Gatwick Airport, UK border officers are targeting a flight from the Canary Islands. They're on the lookout for passengers bringing in more than their allowance of cigarettes and alcohol. The officers shuffle their ID cards and pick at random to see who gets which job.
One. Yes!
Hazel wins, but her husband Paul draws the short straw.
I can't believe I'm last again!
Having successfully chosen her ID card first, Officer Hazel will have the first choice of any jobs.
This one stinks. The slightly less glamorous part of our job. I think it's his shoes.
The bags have arrived from outside the EU, and passengers are strictly limited to 200 cigarettes. Hazel must find the cigarettes, even if this means confronting her pet hate of touching other people's pants.
There's 800 in here as well. Ooh.
She might not like it, but the owner of this bag has 800 cigarettes.
Hazel, just put some gloves on and look professional.
Oh.
That's someone's bag.
Oh, what's wrong with them? Oh, it was just people's knickers. That, just the most revolting part of our job.
When passengers exceed their allowances, the goods need to be seized.
Which one are you going to do, Hazel?
I don't mind.
You choose. You're number one.
I'll do the suitcase.
Right, OK. Let's go.
With their jobs allocated, the officers head upstairs and wait for the passengers to claim their bags from the luggage carousel.
Is it the two of you travelling together?
Yeah.
Yeah, excuse me, sir. Just bring your bags over to one of the benches for me, please.
Hello. Are the two of you travelling together?
Yes.
Where have you just arrived from?
Lanzarote.
OK, if I can just have a moment of your time. Right, so what have you got in here then?
That's what I got off the plane.
OK, so you've got 400 there, yeah?
Yeah.
And you've got 400 other cigarettes?
Yeah.
OK. So that's basically twice your allowance.
Right,
OK,
see,
so if you've got 800 cigarettes, that's you're allowed 400, so you've got
Yeah, I
twice the
said to the
allowance.
rep when we was there, I could take 400 out. And I said, what about on the plane? He went, yeah, if there's something on the plane, you can buy them on the plane.
Yeah,
So he's directed me wrong.
OK, so you've got 800 in total
Yeah.
then. Is there any other things you want to tell me about before we carry on?
You want to tell the man? You got any cigarettes or booze anywhere?
I can't remember what I've got in this one.
You got to tell the man.
Whilst Paul's passengers appear to understand they've exceeded their allowances, Hazel's passengers are slightly less happy.
OK, because you're over your allowance for both alcohol and cigarettes, and because you knew your allowance, OK, I have to seize everything from you, OK? That's everything that you've got here. So that's 1,600 cigarettes and 5.5 litres of spirits, OK? I'll just get you some documentation. Just hold on for a second.
You're well in excess of your allowances on both alcohol and cigarettes. So these items are going to be seized from you today. OK, I'll issue you with some paperwork, but these are going to be taken and destroyed. OK?
They admitted to knowing that they were over their duty-free allowance for alcohol and for cigarettes. They looked a little bit peeved, but they knew they'd done wrong. He didn't say anything as such, but I think he was hoping he'd get away with it.
OK, thanks very much for your time.
Fair enough. I mean, admittedly, I went down the wrong channel and he sort of jumped on us, so we paid the price. It's an expensive lesson.
For the officers, it's been a job worth getting their hands dirty for.
It was a little unclean, but we didn't make too much of an issue of it.
I had first pick of the detections because I'd won the draw, so I decided that I'd take the cleaner option and give the bag with the dirty lingerie to Paul. I think he got a slightly bigger seizure out of it, but it was worth it not to have to rummage through that again.
Coming up, a man stopped in Dover gets nervous as his car's searched.
People try and look and try and act normally, but in fact it just doesn't look normal, does it?
A group in Birmingham with thousands of pounds are exposed as liars.
Well, you said you'd never been arrested as well. You've got motoring offences, burglary and theft, breach of community order, driving offences.
And one man's Ibiza trip sets alarm bells ringing.
Just went off the scale.